This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And good morning, June the 6th, 6 o'clock.
Oh.
Lottery tickets?
Yeah, I know.
No, 666. I'm Ray Collins. Good morning.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Glad to have you with us on this Tuesday. Let's check in with meteorologist John Scalzi. We are shaping up for a rainy day, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think so. It's going to be a lot like yesterday. It won't be a complete washout. Won't have rain showers on all the time, but yeah, it's going to get more of the wet stuff, no doubt about it. Boy, are they getting just pummeled down to our south. If you are hitting the road right now on your way down to Alligator Alley, I'm sorry, it's going to be a mess down there. You'll probably see some flooded locations, and you'll probably see ongoing showers and thunderstorms. For us, those showers down to our south kind of blocking a little bit the amount of activity that we have had here locally, but that'll change as we head into the mid-morning and into the afternoon. The showers you see out in Gulf waters will be approaching, and that will lead to an excellent chances of rainfall today. I put the rain chance really pretty close to about 100% by the time we get into the evening. We'll have the complete forecast for you coming up in just a few.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Some buildup already on 301 northbound, heading toward State Road 70. Also, State Road 70 busy heading toward the interstate. Farther south into Sarasota County, Bee Ridge Road right now showing an increase in traffic. We're also showing more of University now, finally. At the top of your screen there, you'll see a little bit of slowdown as people are heading toward and away from that diverging diamond. Also, South County, no problems right now at 6:02 on your Tuesday morning.
Topping our news this half hour, President Trump's ever-popular Twitter use has been a tool for reaching his supporters, but it's also been a cause for concern for top officials in the White House.
And now, as Reed Binion tells us, even his own lawyers are suggesting he puts his phone away.
The president's statements in his tweet or whatever preferred method of communication he uses can still be used against him in a sense.
CNN legal analyst Laura Coates addressing legal challenges that President Trump's own words may have created for his executive order on immigration. The stalled order, now in its second iteration, seeks to temporarily restrict travel to the U.S. from several Muslim-majority nations. The administration asked the Supreme Court to hear the case after lower courts repeatedly blocked the order. Amid legal wrangling, administration officials have for months insisted that it is not a travel ban.
This is not a Muslim ban. It's not a travel ban.
But after the White House communications staff tried to reinforce that message Tuesday, Trump doubled down on his preferred verbiage, tweeting, quote, "That's right, we need a travel ban for certain dangerous countries, not some politically correct term that won't help us protect our people." Trump's tweets drawing exasperation from some in the conservative camp, including White House counselor Kellyanne Conway's husband, George Conway, who tweeted in part, quote, "These tweets may make some people feel better, but they certainly won't help OSG get 5 votes in SCOTUS," OSG being shorthand for the government's lawyer arguing the case. Conway later tweeted his support for the president and the executive order. This the same day that Kellyanne Conway herself sought to minimize the importance of Trump's tweets.
But, you know, this obsession with covering everything he says on Twitter and very little of what he does as president.
That's his preferred method of communication with the American people.
That's not true.
I'm Reed Binion reporting.
And speaking of President Trump, he is now looking to make another huge travel-related change. The president announcing he wants to privatize the country's air traffic control system. He says the move will make the system more modern, while supporters say turning control of the skies to private businesses would help with costs and travel time. Critics say customers would not receive proper treatment if private businesses take over.
If we adopt these changes, Americans can look forward to cheaper, faster, and safer travel, a future where 20% of a ticket price doesn't go to the government, and where you don't have to sit on a tarmac or circle for hours and hours over an airport.
Canada, Germany, and Switzerland are among the countries that have privatized their air traffic control systems. And the Trump administration also taking a big step towards using seismic air guns to search for oil and gas in the Atlantic Ocean. The National Marine Fisheries Service is now seeking permits for 5 companies to conduct seismic surveys in the mid-Atlantic. If the permits are approved, the surveys would crisscross the Atlantic and southeast coast, logging tens of thousands of miles. Environmental groups and many East Coast lawmakers say the noise from the air guns can hurt marine life and harm commercial fishing and tourism.
The Justice Department announced charges against a federal contractor accused of leaking classified information. And here she is, 25-year-old Reality Lee Winner. accused of printing a classified NSA memo and sending it to a website. She had top secret security clearance while working as a defense contractor. A U.S. official confirmed the document is genuine. Sources say it served as the basis for an article that details a Russian cyber attack on a U.S. voting software supplier back in 2016. Winner admitted she leaked the document and was arrested Saturday in Augusta, Georgia. Intelligence officials say that while Russia did get access to some election systems, no votes were affected.
6:06 this morning, and overseas, a vigil was held in London last night for the victims of this weekend's terrorist attacks.
This as investigators released the identities of two of the male suspects, and here they are, Khurram Shahzad and Rashid Redown. Here are some haunting images you're about to see of Saturday's tragedy. Security video from that night shows the moments as a restaurant manager tried to save people, hurrying them inside as the knife-wielding attackers tried to get in. In the end, 7 were killed, 50 others injured. London's mayor is vowing his city will never bend to terror.
As a proud and patriotic British Muslim, I say this: you do not commit these disgusting acts in my name.
The attack comes just days before the upcoming British election.
New information this morning on the lone gunman who was behind the casino attack in the Philippines last week that left 37 people dead. Police say Jesse Carlos Javier was in debt and had a long existing gambling problem. A security camera captured Javier walking through the casino dressed in all black and strapped with a weapon. He then set casino tables on fire before moving to another room, and authorities caught up with Javier in a hallway with their guns drawn. Police say he died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound and acted alone.
Now to the latest in a deadly workplace rampage in Orlando yesterday. A former employee of an awning factory shot and killed 5 co-workers before he killed himself. Police say this man, 45-year-old John Newman, stormed through the back of the building with a pistol in his hand and knives in his pocket. The company fired him 2 months ago. Police say he was targeting his former managers and other co-workers, gunning down each worker one by one.
I don't want to make it too gruesome, but most of the victims were shot in the head. Some were shot multiple times.
Court records show Newman had a prior criminal record over the past 20 years, but mostly for minor offenses. And the latest government statistics show fatal workplace shootings have actually ticked up in this country. The Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that fatal shootings rose 15% in a recent 2-year period. That's the first increase since the year 2012.
The Bill Cosby sexual assault trial is on its second day today in a Pennsylvania courtroom. Yesterday, Cosby was accompanied by an old colleague, Keisha Knight Pullum, the child actress who played Rudy during the glory days of The Cosby Show. So far, 60 women have publicly claimed that Cosby used the same drug and alcohol ploy on them, which is exactly what Andrea Constand, the former Temple University employee, is saying in this case, that Cosby drugged her and then sexually assaulted her during one of her frequent visits to his home.
And so who's going to believe you?
It is expected to go on for 2 weeks. So far, Cosby says he has no plans to take the stand.
Out west now, a follow-up on the deadly Oakland warehouse fire that killed 36 back in December. After months of investigation, prosecutors have arrested 2 men and charged them with 36 counts of involuntary manslaughter. One is accused of renting out the converted warehouse illegally. The other is accused of planning an unpermitted party.
With inadequate means of escape, they then filled that area with human beings and are now facing the consequences of their actions. On December 2nd, 2016 particularly, they actually blocked one of the points of egress, leaving only one way to get out of the second floor of that building.
The suspects are accused of being reckless and knowingly creating a fire trap with inadequate means of escape. Prosecutors say so much evidence was destroyed in the fire that a cause will likely never be known.
In the Florida legislature, lawmakers are getting ready to take part in a special session tomorrow. Governor Rick Scott called for the session last Friday after reviewing Florida's $82 billion budget. The session will primarily focus on establishing a job growth grant with $85 million and increasing funding for Visit Florida to $76 million.
And a long-awaited road improvement project in South Sarasota County will have to wait a while longer now. Governor Rick Scott has vetoed $3 million in state funding that would have widened River Road. The mostly two-lane road is a major evacuation route for Sarasota and Charlotte counties. And as the Atlanta Braves build their new stadium in Northport, the roadway will also be a main road to and from I-75. South County Commissioner Charles Hines says he is disappointed in the governor's veto, and he says they'll try again next year. 6:11 and no suntan lotion required today.
not this week, I'm afraid.
No.
If anything, an umbrella. Keep that one handy.
That'll be a good thing to keep handy. Absolutely right. Yeah, we have a chance at seeing some more rainfall, and you know this is great. We really needed the rainfall, so I'm glad we're getting it. Of course, I saw a lot of celebrations for graduates over the weekend, and you know they were kind of having to dodge the shower. Sorry about that, but. We'll talk about those rain chances in a minute.
All right, also still ahead, possible delays for the new Venice Library project.
The latest on the possible problem and plans to replace that former facility.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School, serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered calls for recovery and treatment 24/7, 365 days a year. If you're depressed, drinking, using drugs, or taking pills, call now and talk to someone who cares.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Most insurance covers substance abuse. You can get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call 800-622-1941. 800-622-1941.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, we have 79-degree air temperature, we have a dew point of 72, and we have a south wind coming in at 11. All those things helping to pump moisture into our area and give us a very unstable atmosphere. So across the region, 74 Wauchula, 74 Myakka, 74 in Bradenton, 76 in Venice. Kind of uniform temperatures from inland to coast, thanks to the cloud cover and thanks to the rain showers that have kind of helped stir up and mix up our atmosphere. We have right now the heaviest of the rain located down to the south and a smattering of showers out in Gulf waters gradually drifting in this direction. So I think a lot of the morning commute is going to be okay. We may get an isolated shower or a passing sprinkle, but it'll be okay. We won't see any of this driving rainfall that we're seeing down to the south. That stays there. Now, the showers out in Gulf waters will gradually drift closer to us, and I think in a couple of hours, they'll be on our doorstep, and some of them may even produce a thunderstorm or two. We have an area of low pressure spinning back toward the Louisiana Delta region, and in the upper atmosphere, that's kind of serving to sling back little areas of disturbed weather, little spokes of energy, if you will, on that wheel of low pressure, and it's bringing us that chance of rainfall each and every day for the next several days. Now, there will be lulls at time in those rain showers, but they're going to be here right into the weekend, it looks like, on and off across the region. Not all day rainouts, but certainly showers in place. Now, they're kind of beneficial, actually, and even though we are trying to work in some drier air behind the heavier rainstorms down to the south, we are seeing also this area of low pressure continuing to spin spokes of energy back in this direction. So the rain showers are not going to be ending anytime soon, though we will get a little bit of a brief lull in the number of rain showers that we get as we head into Thursday and Friday. Until Thursday, we have a good chance of massing up another 2 to 4 inch rainfalls across the region, which in fact is not a bad thing. Take a look at the fire danger index. When I left you last week, we had lots of places in the high or very high categories. Now look, almost the entire state of Florida is in the low category. And remember, this is an index that shows you the likelihood of a fire starting and getting out of control. So things are looking much, much better this week than they did last week. And every county in our jurisdiction has low categories for high fire danger. So we like to see that. Thank you, rainfall. Forecast calls for good chances of rain today and tomorrow and the day after. Friday and Saturday, maybe a little bit of a lull. Now, you go a little further to the north of us and cross the Florida state line, and I think Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday will be sunny all the way up into down east Maine, but not across the state of Florida. And then as we head into the weekend, rain chances will go up again. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Sean. Taking a look at traffic, looks like congestion picking up. More cars on the roadway as we head into the earlier hours of the day. Looks like State Road 70 and 301 seeing an increase in traffic as we head into Sarasota County. Looks like Clark Road, Bee Ridge Road, and Fruitville seeing an increase in traffic. And 41 heading southbound, seeing some more cars on the roadway. In Venice, looks like not a whole lot going on, pretty quiet at 6:18 this Tuesday morning. A possible wrinkle in a current plan to replace the Venice Library. The 50-year-old building was torn down earlier this year.
And before the new one can be built now, Sarasota County had to do some soil testing. Sounds nice, right? Well, as Chris Brantley tells us, the results were alarming.
The long-anticipated results are in, and it turns out the soil underneath the old Venice Library, the site of the new one, is bad. The problem, according to Sarasota County, is organic matter,
which is basically roots, trees, maybe somebody pushed over a tree and left it there. When those things decay, the soil can compress, and it's not compressed until the decay happens.
Over the building's 50-year history, the soil underneath never compressed. Thus, over the years, moisture became a problem. It was first discovered years ago on the property around the library. And after the building was demolished, more soil testing was done underneath the old library.
It told us more of the same, so this wasn't a surprise. It's kind of what we expected.
The additional testing also gave engineers some critical information.
The reason for the additional testing is to determine the extent of the excavation, or if there's other options, different types of footings we might want to employ.
The county has to determine what to do now. The general idea is to remove soil about 7 feet down and replace it with new soil and compact it properly. But some worry all of this may throw the construction schedule off.
I don't think that they'll be able to finish this project by 2018.
Lou Ann Wood has been a vocal critic against tearing down the old library. Wood worries the county may change their mind and rebuild the library elsewhere.
Put the right soil underneath it, build it, and they will come. Keep it where it is.
The county maintains they should have this new library up and running by the fall of 2018. In Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
It has been an ongoing saga on that issue.
It sure has.
6:20 right now, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. Watch what you post on social media.
We'll tell you about an Ivy League school's change of heart on some prospective students.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
The official salon of ABC 7.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
It looks almost promising, but John says 100% chance of hit and miss showers today.
Yep, it's coming. Bring those umbrellas with you if you're heading out the door this morning.
Well, yesterday was a washout, wasn't it?
It certainly was.
Wow.
I just wanted to stay inside. It was kind of gross out.
It really was. 6:24 now on your Tuesday morning.
A stunning reversal for 10 students accepted at Harvard University.
The elite school revoked admission after the students allegedly posted offensive messages on social media. The story from ABC's Adrienne Bankert.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the dark side of an online student chat room started by some incoming Harvard freshmen that's caused administrators to revoke their admissions. The university's own paper, the Harvard Crimson, reports that a group of 10 students accepted to the class of 2021 and meeting on the college's official Facebook page created an alternative page full of memes containing provocative and derogatory images and captions. The content too offensive to show, with R-rated memes poking fun at topics like the Holocaust, sexual assault, and targeting ethnic groups.
So people forget, even though this is a private Facebook group, that there are still ways for this to get out there.
And coming up at 7 a.m., Sunny Hostin will be live with more about the controversy. With your GMA First Look, I'm Adrienne Bankert, ABC News, Cambridge, Massachusetts.
We recently had a heart attack.
But we are not victims. We are survivors.
We are survivors.
We are survivors. And now we take Brilinta.
For people who've been hospitalized for a heart attack, we take Brilinta with a baby aspirin.
No more than 100 milligrams, as it affects how well Brilinta works.
Brilinta helps keep platelets from sticking together and forming a clot. In a clinical study, Brilinta worked better than Plavix.
Brilinta reduced the chance of another heart attack or dying from one.
Don't stop taking Brilinta without talking to your doctor, since stopping it too soon increases your risk of clots in your stent, heart attack, stroke, and even death. Brilinta may cause bruising or bleeding more easily, or serious, sometimes fatal bleeding. Don't take Brilinta if you have bleeding, like stomach ulcers, a history of bleeding in the brain, or severe liver problems. Slow heart rhythm has been reported. Tell your doctor about bleeding, new or unexpected shortness of breath, any planned surgery, and all medicines you take.
If you recently had a heart attack, ask your doctor about Brilinta.
My heart is worth Brilinta. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Attention! This is an important message for anyone who has taken Xarelto or Pradaxa. If you or a loved one took the blood thinner medication Xarelto or Pradaxa and was then hospitalized for internal bleeding, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to serious, even fatal internal bleeding. If you suffered a stroke, heart attack, or serious internal bleeding, or if a loved one died after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call us now. Our network of attorneys have years of experience fighting the big pharmaceutical companies and is ready to fight for you. Potential claims are being reviewed for users of Xarelto or Pradaxa who have suffered severe bleeding or hemorrhaging, stroke, or even death. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone.
Please call 800-928-6604. That is 800-928-6604.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251. 800-628-1251.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, the fate of a Bradenton woman accused of hiring a hitman to kill her ex-husband has been decided. the punishment she now faces.
Plus, the Ringling Causeway is back open after a late-night accident closed eastbound lanes for 3 hours.
And changes could be on the way from county commissioners as they weigh a ban on smoking at the beach. We'll tell you what locals are now saying. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
And good morning. Pretty shot there of Sarasota Bay and Longboat Key off in the distance. Won't see a lot of sunshine today. Not as bad as yesterday, I don't think, though. We'll let the expert sort that out for us.
We will. He is more so the expert than we are.
Yes.
That is for sure.
Good morning. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Let's check in with the expert himself, John Scalzi, over in the Weather Center.
Won't need an expert to know you need one of these today.
Very true. Very
Absolutely right. Boy, I tell you what, the rain will come down in buckets at times a little bit later on. But the good news is, I think, for the morning rush hour anyway, I think we'll probably get a little bit of a break, a little bit of a lull occurring right over the Gulf Coast right now, thanks to a line of strong showers just down to the south. It's kind of robbing the energy just off the Gulf waters of the Suncoast. So as you head further out, like 50 to 100 miles out, you'll start to see some thunderstorm activity out there. That is gradually drifting in this location, and there's plenty more out there. Little areas of disturbed weather headed toward the coast. And while our rain chance today is high, it will not be an all-day washout, but it will certainly be a good chunk of the morning, late morning and afternoon when we'll have scattered showers and maybe even a few thunderstorms around the area. So put the rain chance up at pretty close to 100%. I think almost everyone gets some rain today, just not all day. We'll have a complete forecast for you coming up in a few. Back to you.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Checking the roads right now. A little wet, perhaps. Here's Manatee County. No major problems right now to speak of. Farther south into Sarasota County, a little build up as we speak on northbound 41 between Bee Ridge and Fruitville, and the South County map will show us. Not much at 6:32 on your Tuesday morning.
Topping our news this morning, roads are back open after a motorcycle accident on the John Ringling Causeway in Sarasota caused some major backups for drivers.
Police shut down the eastbound lanes last night about 9 o'clock. The bridge stayed closed until midnight. No word yet what caused the accident or if a second driver was involved. We're told the motorcyclist has serious injuries. Again, the bridge is reopened this morning.
We now know the fate of a Manatee County woman who hired an undercover detective to kill her ex-husband last year. A judge has sentenced Rachel Leahy to 20 years in prison after she pleaded no contest last month. Leahy lost custody of her 3 children to her ex-husband back in 2012 and told an undercover detective she wanted him gone so she could see her children again. Her ex-husband says the case took a toll on their kids.
We changed all the locks in the doors. We got security cameras all over the house. Every time somebody hears a noise at night, they're jumping up.
Leahy will also serve 3 years probation when she's released. 6:32 this morning, and efforts for a public art project at a downtown parking garage have been canceled by Sarasota City Commissioners.
Yeah, at least for now. The city was prepared to pay an artist $100,000 tax dollars for murals in the garage until it turned out the parking director was helping award the project to his son-in-law. Our Rick Adams has the latest.
It's the $100,000 art project that was supposed to add life to the parking garage on State Street in downtown Sarasota. Instead, a lot of negativity is now surrounding the project when it was found out the project was awarded to Mark Crucky, the son-in-law of Sarasota's parking director, Mark Lyons. Lyons is accused of steering commissioners to choose Crucky over another finalist. Christina Skepton is a downtown Sarasota resident who sat in front of the commissioners on Monday. She's an art lover who urged commissioners to cancel this call to artist project.
The overriding important factor is that everyone knows that there's transparency in our process for selection of the public art pieces.
City commissioners voted unanimously to cancel the city's call to artists for this project because of this clear conflict of interest. Commissioners also voted unanimously in favor of pursuing a new call to artists for the State Street Garage project at a later date.
Once the city administration and city commission found out there was a conflict, we had to review the situation. That's definitely an ethical breach, and the commission was very clear by a 5-0 vote that all of our processes have to be ethical.
Before the vote, the commissioners heard from Crucky as well as from some of his family and friends who gave their side of things. 3 city employees, including Lyons, received pay cuts and demotions following an investigation into this. Norman Schimmel is the chair of the Public Art Committee, which is the committee that recommends artists for jobs like the State Street Garage project. Schimmel says the commissioners made the right decision.
The point about canceling what had been done, I agree with. I absolutely agree with. I think it was tainted.
None of the artists would come on camera to comment about this, but they tell us they are happy that another call for artists for the State Street Garage project will take place in the near future. Reporting from downtown Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
It could take another 6 months to get that project going again.
We're learning more details about the new water restrictions now in effect for Sarasota, Manatee, and Charlotte counties. The Southwest Florida Water Management District is limiting lawn watering and residential car washing to just 1 day a week, and it has to be before 8 a.m. or after 6 p.m. There are a few exceptions, though. New lawns can be watered any day for the first 30 days, and water used for controlling fires and maintaining safe drinking water is not limited. The restrictions will be in place until August 1st. And happening today, several Venice residents can expect a water outage. The scheduled outage is so crews can work on the next phase of the water main replacement project. The area affected involves Harbor Drive, although the main is being replaced at Coral Street. If this area affects you, be sure to boil your water for the next 72 hours or until that boil water advisory has been lifted.
Plans are in the works for the first medical marijuana dispensary in Sarasota County. Certera Holdings filed paperwork to open a facility in Northport on Tamiami Trail. Northport is the only city in Sarasota County that did not place a moratorium on approving dispensaries after voters approved Amendment 2 last November. The City Commission must still approve the ordinance that will allow Certera or any other dispensaries to open in Northport. They'll discuss the ordinance on July the 11th.
New details on the future of the Atlanta Braves spring training in Northport. Construction on the 6,500-seat stadium is set to begin in September. However, some critical funding still hangs in the balance. Nearly $20 million in state funding has to be applied for. While the application is almost completed, it is not yet submitted. However, the West Villages development is still getting very close to being finished.
Between now and September, there's a couple of critical path items. In addition to the design that's going on and the permitting work, we have to file a grant application with the Florida Sports Foundation.
West Villages officials hope to have that stadium up and running by January of 2019.
It is 6:37 right now. A Bradenton man is facing attempted murder charges after allegedly shooting a man in a restaurant parking lot. Manatee County deputies charged this man, 38-year-old Mauro Ramirez. The 21-year-old victim is in stable condition. It happened at a place called El Pisano on 15th Street East. One community activist says it's not the first time there have been problems in this area.
If they shut that bar down, which I'm surprised they haven't did yet, it would probably alleviate maybe 50% of the crime.
The restaurant's Facebook page says it is permanently closed. When Dr. Beach named Siesta Key tops in the country, he said he had one reservation. He doesn't like the fact that smoking is still allowed on that beach.
But now, as ABC 7's Bobeth Yates reports, means are underway to change just that.
Efforts to make Sarasota County area parks and beaches smoke-free is set to take a huge blow as commissioners revisit ordinance wordings. Area beaches are among the many outdoor spaces tourists and residents alike enjoy the freedom of smoking, but not everyone is happy about the idea.
I don't like running into, buds on the beach or anything. It shouldn't be on the beach.
It's not fair for us non-smokers to have to deal with the smoking and the secondhand smoke repercussions that could come from that.
Back in 2008, Sarasota County commissioners cited similar concerns for a unanimous vote to ban smoking at area beaches and parks. But the move came with a lot of backlash.
Being a smoker myself, I believe it's an outdoor place and it's the only place left for people to be able to smoke freely. and I don't think there should be a ban.
A Sarasota County judge agreed in a ruling for an unrelated case against the city of Sarasota. In that case, the city placed a ban on smoking in city parks, but the judge said it was unenforceable. That move prompted Sarasota County to stop enforcing its beach smoking ban, and now the county wants its laws to reflect that change.
We're just cleaning up some language within Chapter 90 of our ordinance to go along with a ruling that occurred a few years ago that doesn't allow us as Sarasota County to regulate smoking in our outdoor spaces.
And even though the county has not enforced the smoking ban since 2012, the move to completely take it off its books has many mixed on the issue.
I think it would create a much cleaner environment and certainly make it more enjoyable for everybody.
I think smoking outdoors is kind of like the one last safe haven for smokers. They can't smoke in any buildings or in any breezeways. But as someone who goes to the beach, I really don't want to see cigarette butts in the sand. And I've got children, and I don't want them to really see smoking and think that that's maybe acceptable. So I'm kind of torn.
Again, this change is only ceremonial because the smoking ban on the beach has not been enforced since 2012. Beth Yates, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Well, commissioners will be meeting this morning at 9 a.m. to discuss this very topic in Venice.
You know, when you go to the beach and you go to inhale some fresh air and you get smoke, it's kind of shocking.
Yeah.
Maybe there could be a smoking area closer to the parking lot.
Exactly, and it is can cause some problems to the environment as well.
That's true.
Interesting to see what they decide on. Well, Moat Marine Laboratory is celebrating another successful rescue and release. The loggerhead Miss Marker is now enjoying a safe return to the Gulf after 52 days in rehab. A fisherman found the turtle acting lethargic 2 months ago. Moat biologists found it was affected by red tide. But now with a clean bill of health, Miss Marker made her return to the waters off of Lido Beach yesterday.
And as the summer starts for students across the Suncoast, Sarasota Police hosting another free Blue Plus You movie this Saturday. The film will be the animated film Sing. It'll be shown outside the Robert Taylor Community Complex in Sarasota, 7:30 p.m. Movie at 8:30. Families can bring blankets, chairs, and friends, see the film, enjoy free snacks and drinks. Nice initiative by the Sarasota Police to bring the community together for a free movie.
Looks cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. Certainly we'll be dodging showers all week long, though, no doubt about that. Kind of a wet pattern that we're stuck in. We'll talk about that in a second.
Also still heading Good Morning Suncoast, back by popular demand, that iconic version of the theme song for Monday Night Football.
We'll tell you when you can hear the new Hank Williams Jr. rendition of his iconic song after this.
Our dad is an incredible man, a great father, and a hero who served his country well. He worked hard to take care of us. Now we take care of Dad with the help of Granny Nannies.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
Get ready for the most hair-raising event of the summer. Belt Entertainment and the Ringling Museum present international circus superstar Bello Knott in Incredibello, a gravity-defying, laughter-inducing, super stunt performance live at the historic Oslo Theater. Don't miss out on the must-see event of the summer, Incredibello, playing June 13th through July 29th. For tickets, visit ringling.org today.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
Granny Nannies. We've been making house calls for over 25 years. When you need home health care services, there really is no place like home.
Grandma! A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we're looking at a mix of sun and clouds outside with 79 degrees the air temperature, a dew point coming in at 72. We have a south wind at 11, and that south wind will carry us right straight through the afternoon. We have temperatures that are generally kind of uniform, 74 degrees in Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca, Parrish, Bradenton, all coming in at about 74. So is Northport, or Punta Gorda rather, Northport at 75. 76s in Venice and Inglewood, 77 at Longboat Key. Hot spot Sarasota coming in at 79. A lot of thunderstorm activity down to the south, now in the process of kind of crossing the state and lifting away. As that area of low pressure that has been producing all those rain showers down around Alligator Alley and then stretching on up toward Fort Pierce clears the state over the next 3 or 4 hours, we'll start to see the showers that are building out in Gulf waters become a little bit more intense. Now, these showers are generally heading off to the north and to the east. I think we'll see some of this area start to fill in as well over our neck of the woods, and by late morning, early afternoon, we'll see some showers and thunderstorms around. We have about a 100% chance of seeing rainfall today. That doesn't mean that it'll be raining every minute of the afternoon for everyone. It means that we'll have some showers around, and most everybody will see at some point during the afternoon a shower pass by. The heaviest of the rain, though, through the afternoon hours is going to be A, down to the south, and then B, up to the north, up around the Big Bend region. That's where there could be some 2 to 3 inch rainfalls today. So if you're traveling either north or south on our roadways, probably going to encounter some fairly heavy shower and thunderstorm activity. Already starting up around parts of the Panhandle. It will increase across the Big Bend region thanks to an area of low pressure spinning around back to the west and taking little packets of energy and kind of slinging them back in this direction, so that everybody across the state of Florida over the course of the next few days gets an excellent chance at seeing some decent rain. Heavy moisture over the state right now. We've had a little bit of drier air trying to sneak in, but it's not going to have much success in eliminating rain showers because of that area of low pressure to the north, spinning around and drawing moisture in back behind it, and also upper level energy helping to create the uplift necessary to produce these showers. All of that added together means that low pressure area for the next couple of days moves off to the north and to the east and eventually drags a cold front through the state of Florida that pulls up stationary. That will then lift back north on Friday or Saturday as a warm front and destabilize the atmosphere further. So we have good rain chances today, and that continues for the next several days. Periods of heavy rain are possible. And then late in the week, Thursday into Friday, this front pulls up stationary. A little drier air tries to sneak in. We get a couple of days of lesser rain chances before that warm front lifts back north and everybody gets a chance of rain. Watch the futurecast. That's pretty much what we're going to see. Scattered showers from time to time, moving across the region over the next several days, leading to a total accumulation of perhaps another 2 to 4 inches by the time we hit Saturday. Rain chances high for a couple of days, then we'll lower them for Friday and maybe part of Saturday, and then up them again as we head into the second half of the weekend. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, John. Taking a look at traffic, looks like congestion picking up on 301 and State Road 70 in both directions as we head into Sarasota County. Congestion really picking up on Bee Ridge Road as you head towards 41 and as you head towards I-75. 41 looking good as you head south, though, into South County. Not a whole lot going on throughout that area. No accidents across the Suncoast this morning. In this hour's Health Smart, washing your hands in cold or lukewarm water appears to remove just as many germs as hot water. Who would know?
Shatters a myth. In hand washing experiments, Rutgers University researchers found no difference in cleaning power between water that was either 60 or 80 or 100 degrees. They also found that lathering hands for just 10 seconds sufficiently removed germs. The amount of soap also did not make a difference. What do you know?
Well, if you don't like doing intense exercise, that's okay. It might not be better for you. Anyway, a study in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found the more moderate exercise people do, the more their cardiovascular health improves and their mortality risk drops. When it comes to vigorous exercise, smaller amounts seems to be linked with maximum health benefits. And in your entertainment news, Hank Williams Jr. is bringing his rowdy friends back to Monday Night Football.
Yeah, ESPN is bringing back the country star 6 years after the network dropped him for his comments about former President Obama. A new version will debut before the first regular season game, which is in September.
And he's tackled movies, television, and stand-up. Now Kevin Hart is taking on the literary world. His new memoir, I Can't Make This Up, Life Lessons, goes on sale today. He says the reason behind his book is to show the world more than his public persona.
All right, 10 to 7 now. Still ahead, a great-grandmother getting ready for her wedding day.
We'll show you how she used the internet to help make her wedding dress decision after this.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Whether a family member needs a little extra help around the house, assistance recovering from a hospital stay, or someone to check in on them throughout the week, Right at Home's in-home care is the answer. Your loved one deserves the right care, and now we need caregivers to help give the right care for the right reasons, the right way. At Right at Home, we're one of the only private home health agencies in this area with the opportunity to earn paid time off. If you're someone who loves helping people, take a look at our website and click on Jobs to join our team today.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Oh, pretty sunrise in progress here.
It does. Look at that. The sky and the clouds looks beautiful, but
don't be deceived.
That's not the same for later on today.
Yes. Don't be misled. John says grab the umbrella.
Yeah.
All right, 6:54 right now.
All right, let's take a look at some of the top local stories here on the Suncoast this morning.
The Ringling Causeway is back open this morning. A motorcycle crash with serious injury shut it down last night for 3 hours. No word yet what caused that accident.
A Manatee County judge has sentenced Rachel Leahy to 20 years in prison for hiring an undercover detective to kill her ex-husband last year. Leahy will also serve 3 years probation when she's released.
And Sarasota County taking a closer look at banning smoking on Siesta Key Beach. It would require the state's consent, and that might not happen very easily. The county will talk about it this morning at 9 a.m. in their weekly meeting.
Traffic picking up on State Road 70 and 301 in Manatee County. Also looks like 301 heading into Sarasota County, seeing an increase in traffic as we head down into Sarasota County. Looks like 41 where it splits off into 41 and 301, seeing an increase. Bee Ridge Road and Clark Road seeing some more cars on the roadway, and South County looking pretty good. John?
Kind of breezy this afternoon. Small craft advisories, rip current advisories, all up for the area. We have a little lull in our rain showers now. Later in the afternoon, we'll get some rainfall once again, maybe a thunderstorm, maybe a little break in the rainfall Friday and Saturday, but the rain showers will pick up again for the second half of the weekend.
All right, thank you, John. I think, well, this story has 3 angles to it. A 93-year-old great-grandmother is getting married in Australia. That's interesting in itself.
Good for her.
She goes on the internet to get advice on her wedding dress.
Okay.
93 years old. Sylvia Martin shows 4 different options, and then people voted on the store's Facebook page. She chose a sophisticated lace dress, receiving 5,000 votes. She's marrying her 88-year-old friend Frank Raymond later on this month.
My first question, why is she wearing red to her wedding? But hey, maybe, you know, that's not your traditional color too. How does she know how to work the internet?
I know.
Good for her, good for her.
Well, my mom's 92 and she's on Facebook and sends emails.
Yeah,
and,
really? See, my grandpa's 72 and he has no idea how to work it.
Mine has never heard of a computer.
Let's send him over to my mom.
We'll have her teach him. There we go.
Enjoy your Tuesday, folks.
Stick around. Good morning, America. Coming up next.